Good morning, students. Welcome to St. Peter School. This is your science class, and this is our second class. In previous class, we have started with the first chapter. Chapter name was the Living World Adaptation and Classification, and we are covered up to the topic of what is aquatic plants. Okay, we covered that point. Before starting the class, I would request all the students please take out your books in front of you and keep your books in front of you. Take out page number 2. So we have ended up to aquatic plants in the last class. You can see that there are few questions given in on your book regarding the aquatic plants only. First question is, why does water trickle off lotus leaves? Now, can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me what is why it happens? Why water trickle off the lotus leaves? Because the layer of the leaves are waxy coating. The leaves have waxy coating, so water doesn't store at the one point. And why it occurs? What types of adaptation is this? Because so that the leaf should not store on the leaf lamina, and it doesn't become heavy, so that like if the leaves are heavy, then it will sink down in water. So water does not store on the water because of the waxy coating, and that's why the water falls off from the water leaves. It never stores on the water. Okay, and this is the adaptation from the nature, so that it doesn't become heavy, and it leaf should not sink in the water. Second question is, why don't the leaves of these plants rot in water? Why? We all know that all the plants have a waxy coating, and you know the waxy coating the surface does not absorb water. So this is the reason the leaves of these plants doesn't rot in water. Okay. Now come to the third question: why are their roots short and fibrous? We all know that why the roots are short, because if there is a movement in water, so if the roots are short, so it will not move. Like if the roots are too long, so it will move every time, because there is a lots of water movement in every time. There is a lots of movement inside the water, right? And more and lots of animals are also living inside the water. So it will be trouble for them also, and it will trouble for the plants also, that they will always move if they have a long route. So this is the nature adaptation. They have a short route. And why it is fibrous? Yes, if it will be hard, might be by the movement of water it will be broke, but due to their softness, it doesn't broke, right, by the movement of water. So now you understand what is aquatic plants, what are the features of aquatic plants. Okay, now we are going to discuss what is desert plants and how they survive in such a harsh condition. Okay, what are the adaptation done by the plants? So first of all, look at the first point. Plants and animals living in the desert need special adaptation to survive in the harsh environment. Yes, as I've already given you example, like if we went to the some cold climate, well, first of all, what we will do? We will wear a coat, overcoat, sweater, jacket, right? So if we do not wear those coat and jacket and sweater in the cold climate, what will happen? We cannot survive. In the same way, if the plant do not adapt something special feature in it, they cannot survive in the harsh environment. Deserts are the home to the many living things. In fact, deserts are second only to the tropical rainforest in the variety of plants and animals species that live there. Okay, in the tropical rainforest you can get a variety of plants, and after that in desert area you can get the variety of plants or the species in the desert area. Now, how do you think plant grows in a place that is very dry? We all know that the water is very much essential for the water, right? Sorry, for the plant, water is very essential for the plant. We all know, but then how they survive in such a dry place? Okay, so next point is, many of the fascinating feature of desert plants are adaptations, characteristics that help the plant survive in its harsh environment. What does it mean? It means there are a lots of adaptation done in plants features that help them to survive in this harsh environment condition. And what are those features? We will discuss about those features. So look at the second topic, that is desert plants have two main adaptation. What are two main adaptation done by the plant? Ability to collect and store water. Okay, so they have ability to collect and store water because they are. It doesn't mean, it doesn't like that there is no water. There is water, but it is in a very less quantity. So plants have ability to collect those water or store those water. Okay, features that reduce the water loss. If there will be a less in water loss, then they can store more of the water. They don't need much water. If they lost less water, then they don't need more and more water. Okay, so let's okay, and look at the next point. What I have given you, roots of the desert plants penetrate deep in the soil in search of water. So first adaptation, what is done by the plant is they have a long root so that they can penetrate to the through the soil and they can reach to the level of water. Okay. Okay, so because in desert area water is very in at a low level. Okay, we all know that, and then it is not easy to get water in a desert area in a very small distance. And there is the water level is very down in the desert area. So, so the plant also trying to adapt those condition. What they do, they penetrate their roots to the lower level of land to get the level of water. Thick layer of waxy substances on stems. What are those thick layer of waxy substances on stems? If there is will be a waxy substance on the stems, there will be a less loss of water. For example, what do you mean that it will be if the stems are every time it will be the moist, then what happen, water vapor occurs. If there will be a water through the sunlight, water vapor occurs, but they have no moist stem, they have a waxy substance on the stem. It means that it is not moist, so water vapor loss is less, so that's why it protects them to lose less and less water at the daytime. Okay, so this is the adaptation done by the desert area plant. Third point is I have given you leafless of leaves like small needles. Okay, leafless of leaves. That there are not a broad leaf in a plant. You always see desert plant don't have very few broad leaf, but they have mostly a small feature of a leaf like that is called spines. It's like a spines only, but actually they are not spines, they are a leaf of the plants, but they are very small in size, so that water vapor loss will be less, and they will prepare a less food. So the stems are fleshy as water and the food is okay. Some leaves seem to be modified into the thorns for the conserving water. Very little water is lost by evaporation. So what is the second point? Some leaves seem to be modified into thorns for conserving water. Very little water is lost by evaporation. So I have already told you that they have not a broad leaf, broad lamina on their stem. They have a very small leaf, and sometimes leaf is in the form of thorns. It is too small so that the area of the leaf also reduce, the area of the plant also reduced, and uh, and the water vapor loss is also reduced. So these all are the adaptation to store water in it. Okay, so some leaves seem to be modified into thorns for conserving water. Very little water is lost by evaporation. Okay, the stems are fleshy as water and food is stored in them. The stems are fleshy as water and food is stored in them. Okay, what it's trying to say? Their stems are thick. Their stems are very thick and fleshy, so that they can store water in it. They cannot lose water through leaves and through water vapor. They always, and they have a thick stem so that they can store water and food inside it, because and they cannot prepare food again and again and again, and there is not much availability of water to them. So what they do, what they try to store them in their stem. as we all know that if we know that we are not getting dinner today, so what we will do, we will try to save some food for the evening, from the daytime only. The same thing these desert plants do. And they are knowing that if they are not going to get lots of water, they cannot prepare the food, so they try to store in their stems. Okay. Modified stems perform photosynthesis and hence are green. Okay, so modified stems also because the stems are thick, so they are thick in size, so they can also perform photosynthesis with the leaves, as the leaves are small but the stems are thick, and they can do the photosynthesis. And from stems there is a less loss of water vapor because they have a waxy layer on it. Okay, so what the stems do, stems also perform photosynthesis, hence they are green in color. Okay, so we have seen that what is desert plants and what are the features adapted by the desert plants in this class. Okay, and you can see here I have given you some mm, sorry, I have given you okay, I have given you some images of the desert plant, that is cactus, star cactus, segundo cactus. These all are the types of cactus: finger cactus, jade cactus, star cactus. Okay, so now you understood what is desert plant. We are going to end our class here only. In next class, again we are going to study about the adaptation in plants. So in the snowy region, okay, till the time what you are going to do, you are going to make a list of desert plants and what are the features of desert plants. You are going to note down on your copy what are aquatic plants, example of aquatic plants, and what are the features of aquatic plants. You are going to note down on your copy. Okay, and till the time, and take care. Bye bye.